You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour on a Wednesday. Going to be giving away a prize today. We actually have some tickets to a concert that's coming to Sioux Falls a little bit later this summer. We've got tickets for Louis Tomlinson. And if you don't know who that is, trust me, your kids do. This is actually a pretty cool concert. And I've got several people who signed up to win. So I'm glad when they asked if we wanted to do this, the Faith in the Future concert, do a little ticket giveaway. I was like, well, I hope people will sign up for it because I know that's not music we play, but we thought, well, let's give it a shot and see what happens. And by golly, we had several people who said, hey, I want to win those. Maybe it's for their kids. Maybe it's for their grandkids. Who knows? But again, Louis Tomlinson in Sioux Falls, June 19th at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. Huge thank you to them for working with us to give away some tickets and have some fun together. And if you did not sign up, there's still one pair after today, so you can still sign up. sunnyradio.com, click on the Win Prizes button, and then you'll see the thing right at the top of the page. So, who's our winner today, you might ask? Heather Williams. Congratulations, Heather. You won a pair of tickets to go enjoy that show. Coming up here in a moment, we have Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic. And then again, later this hour, I'm super excited because I have Rachel McFarland I'll be talking to. Super nice young lady. And that's Seth McFarland's sister. 18 years they've been working together on a little program called American Dad. We're going to chat all about that coming up.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we have Dr. Harley joining us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, John. I'm doing great.
Going to talk about spring and new things and babies and kids, and this is all the kind of fun stuff that people like to think about, isn't it?
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, we talked about, brand new babies, moms, all that. But, as those babies are starting to grow, they're going to start going through different milestones and different changes as well. So chiropractic's really important for, even the first year of life, just as their body's going through so many different changes. They have all these different milestones that they should be reaching along the way to make sure that they're growing at a happy, healthy rate.
Absolutely, because babies are nothing more than just like little itty-bitty human beings, right?
They sure are.
So they've got spines and they've got brains and they've got all these things that we have that theirs are tiny, but when it comes time to do adjusting, how different is it to do adjustments on a 1-year-old?
So as they are moving more, the adjustment changes a little bit. When they're little bitty babies, it's really just kind of holding in those spots where, we feel that things are out of alignment and the baby's going to move that to where it should be. It's, they kind of adjust themselves. It's kind of funny that way. And then as they start getting older, more mobile, I start having, mom or dad holding them because, once they start learning that they can move, they can't be contained, right?
Yeah.
So even then we're still using our hands, or we use an instrument called an activator on a really low setting. So still very gentle, very specific with them. And then as they start getting to the point of walking, around 1, it's still kind of the same that either mom or dad are holding them, or they're getting used to being on the table. So they start laying face down on the table, but still using, instrument adjusting with them at that point. But
nice.
We help a lot of kiddos, with crawling issues. They should be crawling evenly both sides. Sometimes if their hips are stuck, they'll hitch or hike one hip, and you can really tell that it's not moving like
they almost crawl sideways.
Right. And then as they start walking or learning to walk, it's kind of the same concept that if their hips aren't moving, they're going to start kind of hitching or hiking that one up or dragging it. So they're not quite as even with that. Or if they're delayed with any of those milestones, chiropractic can help, catch them up a little bit. Obviously, we're not going to, if they're supposed to be crawling at, however many months old and they're not there yet, they have to learn that as well. But we're going to help with the functional movement aspect to make sure that that's not the issue.
What is the most common thing you find with toddlers? Probably not like carpal tunnel or, issues you find on a job site. But what are the kind of things that you find typically in like a little bitty kid?
A lot of times it can be sleep. If they're not sleeping through the night, especially after, a couple months old, they should be sleeping through most of the night. Or if they're really fussy, colicky, if they're spitting up a lot, you see a lot of infantile reflux, ear infections as they start getting older, bedwetting, that's, older than 3 after they're out of diapers and everything like that. But
the ear infection thing, because that's pretty common. You hear that a lot in like toddler ages. Is that something that chiropractic can typically help with?
Oh, absolutely. What we find is the second bone in the neck, so C2 or the axis bone, is rotated out of alignment. Well, those nerves are going back up into the head, and they actually control the ears. So the hearing, balance, also pressure. So a lot of ear infections are caused because the eustachian tubes, or the tubes that drain the ears, they're blocked up. The pressure's too much. They're not draining. So then we start getting, bacteria buildup in the inner ears. We start getting infections and everything like that. But adjusting that helps release that pressure, helping things to drain and reducing the risk of ear infections.
Nice. If somebody listening maybe has a toddler or young child that they would like to bring in for treatment, what is the process? How does that work?
So really it just starts with a conversation. They can reach out to us via Facebook at Balanced Life Chiropractic, or they can give us a call at 605-215-1785. We'd love to chat and let them know how we can help.
Very nice. You can also find them online, balancedlifesd.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, April 19th, 1964, as a fundraiser for a new baseball stadium in Sioux Falls that would eventually be called the Birdcage, Ed Owen, president of Raven Industries, flies a baseball-themed hot air balloon over Howard Wood Field. As part of the publicity, the balloon was going to be carrying a small assortment of U.S. mail, making this day the first time an U.S. mail had been transported by hot air balloon. Leading up to the day of the launch, people could buy commemorative postcards, write letters, or pay to have another item carried by the balloon on its history-making flight, with proceeds going to construction costs for the new ball field. The event went off without a hitch. Sioux Falls went down in history as the launching point for the first U.S. mail carrier hot air balloon, and eventually enough money was raised to build an amazing stadium. This has been This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, April 19th, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets closed with a gain on Tuesday, but the advance was slim and the takeaway bearish. The S&P 500 closed with a gain of 0.9% after trading in a tight range that confirms the presence of resistance at the 4150 level. 4150 has been a line the bulls cannot cross since the middle of 2022. And nothing in the outlook says that will change anytime soon. Some better than expected earnings reports and guidance are helping to lift the market, but it may be too little, too late. Data in the form of housing starts and building permits suggests the economic contraction everyone expects is getting worse. The data shows starts and permits fell more than expected compared to last month and are down 17% and 24% respectively. Because permits are a leading indicator of starts, the start figure should be expected to decline even further. You can get the inside track in your inbox at MarketBeatMinute.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.